The moment I stepped into the grand estate, I felt like an outsider. Evelyn held my hand tightly, sensing my nervousness. We had been married only 6 months, and until now she'd avoided introducing me to her family. They're traditional, she had warned. I didn't realize traditional meant hostile until her mother walked in, eyes sharp, mouth tight, and threw a full glass of wine in my face without a word. Gasps echoed in the room. I stood frozen, dripping and stunned. Evelyn screamed, "Mom, what are you doing?" But Margaret didn't flinch. She pointed a trembling finger at me and hissed, "You'll tear this family apart." Then she walked out, heels clicking on the marble floor like a gavel of judgment. Her father sat silently, as if he'd seen this coming. I had no idea what I'd done wrong. In the car, Evelyn was pale and shaking. I asked her what was going on, but she kept whispering, I don't know. Couldn't sleep that night. Something in Margaret's eyes had recognized me. Not like a stranger, but like a threat. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was connected to her somehow. I decided to look into my past. I was adopted, but I had never really tried to find my biological parents. Now I had a reason to. With some effort, I tracked down my original adoption records. My birth mother's name had been redacted, but the father's name read, Thomas G. I didn't know anyone by that name. But when I asked Evelyn what her mother's maiden name was, her answer stopped my breath. Grayson. Margaret Grayson. Could it be? A few weeks later, I ordered a DNA test, more out of fear than curiosity. When the results came back, I felt like the ground beneath me disappeared. A 99.9% match. Margaret was my biological mother, which meant Evelyn was my half-sister, my wife. My God, I didn't confront her immediately. How could I? I needed time to breathe, to think. I reached out to Margaret instead, demanding the truth. She met me alone, defeated and pale. I gave you up when I was young, she confessed. I never dreamed. Her voice cracked. She had recognized me the moment I stepped into her home, but was too ashamed to say anything. I couldn't bring myself to tell Evelyn. Not yet. I wrote her a letter explaining everything. Truth, blood, guilt. Then I packed my things and left without saying goodbye. I knew staying would ruin us both. What we shared was no longer love. It had turned into tragedy. Evelyn called me every day, heartbroken and confused. I didn't answer. How could I? Her voice, once comforting, now echoed with pain I had no way of easing. I wanted to tell her everything, but I knew that truth would destroy the only version of happiness we ever had. Eventually, I disappeared completely. New city, new name. I still carry that letter she never read. And sometimes, late at night, I wonder if I should have just let the past stay buried. But some truths dig their way to the surface, whether we want them to or not.